So it was interesting. Yesterday I had left the house. It was almost nighttime. And I had left the house without my sunglasses. And I'm going to tell you, in Florida, you'd better always have sunglasses. Because you cannot see to drive if you don't wear them. So I have to wear them all the time. Let me dump these crappy boxes I had to repack. Oh. Looks like student drivers, like they're teaching somebody how to drive. That's pretty cool. I had a babysitter named Miss Staggs in Arkansas one time. And she never drove her whole entire life till the day she passed away. She passed away a while back, probably about 10 years ago. And from what I heard, the neatest lady in the world used to call her the old woman in the shoe. I'm gonna go down this back road because it's easier. And look at the pretty pink flowers. And I think her name was Gloria Staggs. She had this big giant old house, and the whole family lived there. You know, the dad, her husband, all their kids, the kids, and all this stuff. And she did a daycare, you know, private daycare. And she's pretty reasonable. I think she charged me like $10 a day, no matter what the time was. And I only needed a sitter for my daughter to get out of school, and till I got there. So I had my 3 shops back then and all that. So I could work when I felt like it. Making a lot of money back then. And I owned my own house. But anyway, she had never learned how to drive. And I told her, I said, oh my gosh, you never learned how to drive. How can you live in this world without driving? She said, well, if I need to go anywhere, my husband will take me. That's pretty funny. I kind of wondered if maybe he didn't want her to drive, or he was just that great of a guy. Really nice people, though. Incredibly nice people. I bought them at Thanksgiving one year because they gave all their money to the church all the time. They'd bring a coffee can full of money. And they just were poor. But they would give all their money to the church because they called it their tithes. Like T-I-T-H-E-S, I guess. And that, you know, God would take care of them and all that. And I'm like, man, you just can't give your life away. But they did. I mean, they were just dirt poor. I mean, when they served a meal at their house, I mean, we're talking like, you know, 10, 12 people are eating. Yeah. And then, of course, the local preacher will drop by right at dinner time so that he will be invited to eat after his lecture or whatever on their front porch. That was a regular thing. I couldn't stand that guy. You know, those guys that are self-appointed preachers? You know, I always said I'm going to be Pastor West and get all those cool tax refunds and everything else like everybody else does, where they can buy property and not pay taxes and get free Cadillacs and all kinds of stuff. And have a riding lawnmower for a lawn that's only 10 by 10. And an electric clothesline. My neighbor was a preacher and had electric clothesline, you know, the round clothesline. And they had it powered so it would turn around, so when she would hang the laundry up, it would turn. And then when she'd take it down, it would turn so that she could take it all down standing in one spot. I mean, really? Life is rough and then you die. $72 degrees. And it's like 11:15 in the morning on Sunday. Gas over there at Citgo is $2.19 a gallon today. The Burger King says not hiring on it. Indeed. Man, you ever go on those websites to apply for a job or finish paperwork for a job? Oh, they're just horrible. You have to click onto this thing and click onto that thing. Send you to this other site. Click onto that. Take this 100 questionnaire. The biggest questionnaire is the one at Walmart. Oh my gosh. You'll waste all the internet on your phone just trying to play that game. You get all that stuff filled out. And the next worst website for trying to get a job is the Walmart gas stations, those Murphy Plus. Here's a girl who's more busy playing on the phone than she is driving. I couldn't do that. I had to pull over, man. Let's go with your Mardi Gras beads on there. I know somebody that got put in jail for having stuff hanging on the mirror. I think it was in Kentucky. They called late at night and said, oh my God, they pulled us over and they're putting us in jail because we have stuff that's called obstructing the vision hanging on the mirror. They say even if you put a string on the mirror, that's obstructing your vision. People are getting the yards kind of tidied up from that last storm. Here's the wood for yoke. The city comes by with a crane and picks up all the big stuff. And they block traffic and everything to do it, but they really keep it clean. They really, really do. A lot of people have been illegally evicted and forced out. Can't afford storages. Looks like these buildings are leaking. They got blue tarps on the roofs. The place that I'm in is leaking all over the place, in between floors. The air conditioning leak. There's something, a rat's nest or something in between the floors where it's. The stain keeps changing, I think, but there's probably also a snake up there that whoops around and eats the rats. Here's a guy on an electric board with a rollie in the middle. And he's riding it the right way. You have to ride it in the street if it's motorized. License. That's what police say here. Cactus fence. There's a little purple Miata and they have the hardtop too. Bayport. Boy, they're about to finish that complex over there. And again, I'm thinking it's a nursing home complex with an onboard lawyer. That's what I'm thinking. Could be wrong though. Fake beggar. If that beggar doesn't have a grocery cart full of crap, I'm telling you they're fake. They're just drunks and druggies that 10 or 12 of them will stay in a room in a local hotel and party all night on your donations. Because the real homeless here have little grocery carts or baby carriage with their worldly belongings in it, or a bicycle and a backpack. But there's a lot of housing here for homeless, a lot. But the problem is that they don't want to conform to live here. Like, you can't take off for the weekend, you have to be in every night at a certain time, you can't be doing drugs or drinking, and so if you don't conform, then they'll put you out and you really be on the street. They're there to help you and help you get working again and all that, and get back on your feet. But you have to try too. It's kind of like having parents. You got to make an effort or you're a clear fail. I mean, if I had kids that never made an effort, I would just say, don't even call me with your problems. But my kids are pretty sharp, thank God. They're pretty smart. They work. I didn't raise them to be stupid. They got their educations and more. So I imagine they'll do quite well in their lives. I have one daughter that's done very well. She got into real estate stuff. And she's done that for a huge amount of years. She liked veterinary before because she loves animals, all kinds of animals. She's been quite successful. So I'm proud of her. I'm glad she's done quite well. And I think everybody has that black sheep kid. I think they get black sheep for a minute and then change. But thank God my kids have not been to jail or busted for drugs or any craziness. Because I'd hate that, for that to be on their record and create havoc with them getting jobs or places to live or anything. Because, people do look at your past. If they can get in there and find it, they will. But they don't understand sometimes people make mistakes. Or at the wrong place at the wrong time, or wrongly accused. So you have to know, there's always 3 stories of situation. One side, the other side, and the in between. I know I was illegally charged a few times during a divorce. It was really bad. That was probably one of the scariest parts of my life, was trying to get that divorce. And I'm the one that started it. I'm the one that paid for it. I wanted out. Because what I found out when we split up, I could have gone to the federal pen for years if they'd have tried to lay that stuff on me. Especially if the joker died, because he's a little bit older than me. So I was out for the game plan, man. To make sure I'd be federally clear in case of anything happened in the future, because I have kids to raise. I don't have time to play games with you people. I try to have a nice, smooth, peaceful life. I don't like all that drama and illegal crap. And illegal crap is tough because you pay 3 times the price. You really do. And no, you don't just pick a lane. When you're turning left, you stay in the left turn lane you're in. And then signal if you'd like to move. And just pick one. I don't know where these people learn how to drive. Okay. A sticker car. Let's see what they have. This used to be real big when I was a kid, these stickers. Trump Pence. Trump 2016. This must be older person. Remember who you wanted to be. Ooh, their lights were on. I hope I weren't blocking them from backing out. Mine freaked them out. That's pretty cool. Don't paint a rice guard, just stick some stickers on it. I had a neighbor in the last few years that used to put stickers all over this car. And then it got an insurance claim.
How can I help you?
Yes, I'd like a $2 mocha frappe, please.
213.
Perfect. About 20 pounds here. And she had put all these damn stickers. I mean, they were nice stickers. You know, like real pretty metallic butterflies and some other stuff. Maybe a couple skulls or whatever. She was a NOLA type person. But she put bits of crap all over the damn windows and the paint and the plastic bumpers. On a very nice Pontiac Grand Prix, probably like a 90s model, like a 99 or something. And so she gets in a wreck, and I told her husband, I said, hey, you guys gonna clean that car up before the insurance guy comes?
213.
Very good. Number 3. Thank you so much. And so, I learned my lesson because the insurance guy had told me one time, the adjuster guy, he said, oh yeah, we mark for every cigarette burning the carpet, every stain, carpets are dirty, and all that just degrades the value. I'm like, what? So you better steam clean that sucker, wax it, and make it real nice before they show up. Because you're going to lose money on the deal. And their car was like all nasty, dirty. She was delivering pizzas in it. And, you know, her husband would wash her cars like once a week and buff on them. You can't buff them all the time. You take the damn finish off. But, he would be out there sweating bullets doing that stuff, spend the whole day while she was at work. And it was his day off, like his only day off. And he's black, she's white, and he's from NOLA. And let me tell you, if you are black, you are cooking in the sun, okay? It's just that way. It's like if you have a black car, it is cooking in the sun. I've had a black car before, and they're horrible to try to keep cool and clean and everything else. So, I'm feeling for you, man. But, yeah, and so the insurance guy came and she's like, well, I want the hubcaps. And they're those like $25 snap-on plastic jobbers you buy at the parts house. Well, I've just bought those and I'd like to have the hubcaps. And he's like, oh God, you're just deducting from the value. And they didn't clean the car. She had all the stupid ass stickers all over the car. And I mean, like probably 100 stickers, you know, all these little decorative things. And it was real funny. One day they were out there with a kitchen knife, scraping stickers off to put fresh ones on. I thought, God, they're taking them off. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Scraping them off to put fresh ones on. I thought they were taking that crap off to save the paint job. But no, they were scraping them off with, you know, just, you know, kitchen knife you eat, you know, your dinner with a little serrated edge. And so it's scratching all the damn paint and the finish off. But, yeah, they didn't get paid much for that car, and they totaled it. They put a total on that car. And she had turned around and, I guess it was right before that, the car had stopped running or some damn thing. Oh, the battery was bad. They were like freaking out, couldn't get it to start. And I said, well, the battery, I think, is no good. And I went to look at the fluids. I said, these fluids are wicked bad. And I did a scan test on the thing for him, you know, when she wasn't there, because she was kind of pissy. She didn't trust her husband as far as she could try to throw him. But, and he was a pretty nice guy. But, she ended up sending the damn car to some retail car servicing place. I can't think of the name of it. They charged her $900 dump all the fluids. Just change the radiator out and fluids and dump the oil and tranny fluid. All that kind of, I was like, you didn't need to pay any $900 to do that. I can show you how to do it yourself. That's insane. And what a pity. But people that don't know anything about cars don't really know, I guess. Let's look over here and see if we can find some boxes. You gotta do it all the time because you never know when you're gonna find any. You know? And you go through them like fire. At least I do. I've got a lot of my retail stock down here and stuff, so I don't see any new stuff yet today. Car wash. Just got a few cars over there doing a nice Sunday. Wish I could use my faucet. The damn thing got broke. And the guys that were working for the HOA to redo the buildings, they had like 50 Mexican dudes out there, and they had broke the faucet out there, and then it looks like they used caulking to glue it back on. So I don't ever use the faucet now. And it would have actually been cheaper because the water's cheaper in Fort Walton than it is in Valparaiso and Niceville because the base out there. It's just a different company. And it cost you $50 to flush a toilet out there. It's terrible. But here it's not so bad. I could be washing my car every week over here, but that faucet's no darn good. It leaks bad enough like it is. I don't want to have it like fall off and then have to turn all the water off because I still gotta move. This chick's so out to sell this unit and it's junk. It is so bad she doesn't want to put a penny in it. It's pure junk. It's just old and it needs a lot of work, and she does not want to put any money into it, and she wants big money for it, and it's like, I don't know what daydream world you're in. The market's a little high right now, but I mean, this place needs severe work. I really think there's something wrong with this sewer because it runs under the hallway. I think there's something wrong with that for sure. I think the water heater's been leaking forever into the floors. And the air conditioning unit really needs to be replaced. It was rented to me with the washer and dryer, but the crap lasted like 2 weeks. She had no guarantee on the washer, but supposedly one on the dryer. I don't know, the way the lease read. So I'm working on a washer I don't even own. Can't replace it because her washer's there. And he was like, I'll just buy a new one on Craigslist or something. I was like, no. Because then I'll be donating it to the cause, you know what I mean? My next place may have a washer and dryer in it. So anyway, let's go pack some more. Try to get this stuff moved out. Woo!